Hello and welcome to the journey, my lovely Capricorns. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being part of the journey tribe. And if you are not, then go ahead and click something like share, subscribe, comment if you can. Subscribe, notification bell, whatever. Click something. Okay. How are you, my Capricorns? I hope you are doing well. Listen, Jupiter is heading for direction. Okay. Next week, on the 18th, Mercury is going to do it with it. Mercury is going to do it with it. And there is going to be some kind of aspect there that may affect you or help you. So make sure that you check out your own birth chart. Okay. Make sure you have your time and date of birth if you can't get that information. If you don't have that information, you can get that information by reaching out to your local government that keeps track of that kind of stuff, and they can send it to you and you can see what your date of birth is, right? So that you can get that North Node walk on. How are you, Capricorns? Let's see what Soul Journey has for you. What is your destiny, my child? Let me tell you. Where are you going? Headed into. Looking forward to. Capricorn. I can release my need to control. Can you, Capri? Can you really release it? Control people? Control circumstances? Are you manipulative, Mr. Capricorn, Mrs. Capricorn side? I mean, you do manipulate gravity. Okay, the goat manipulates gravity, honey, on the mountains. So ain't no telling what else you can manipulate. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world. And I do without judgment. Surrendering to who a person is, the way that they operate. Surrendering to a system, to the way that it's operating now, to the way that it may control an outside circumstance from you, and you have to make a choice, okay? Surrendering to what you thought would be and what it actually looks like, what it actually is. Something shattered your thought process on how a thing was going to be. Like you thought this friendship was going to be a certain way, but it's not. You thought this loveship was going to be a certain way, but it's not. You thought this beautiful togetherness was going to be a certain way, but it's not quite like that, is it, Capricorn? Not that it's bad, not that it's horrible. No, it's not any of those things. Just not quite what you thought it would be. You know, just not quite what you thought it would be. Maybe you thought it would be a little bit more adventurous than it was. Maybe you thought it would be a lot more open, more communicative. Maybe you thought it would be more, or you thought it would be harder. Or you thought it would be whatever you thought it would be. It's not quite turning out like that. Finding the balance to accept what is and the things that it is you can actually ask a person to do or be a part of, maybe. Learning to, that was temperance, right? Learning to balance out the bad and the good. Oh, so you know what this is like? This is like when you have known someone for a while, honeymoon phase is gone. Okay. It's not like that anymore. Now you actually have to have the mundane of just getting up, getting a cup of coffee, going. There is mundaneness. But it's okay that the mundaneness is there. Because it helps you find balance in between you and whatever it is. And it also helps you as long as you're looking for it and are aware of it, it helps you how to understand the other thing too, opposite of you. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, situation, you know, system, corporate, whatever. You get a chance to learn it as well, just as it would get to learn you. And even if it's not, you want to understand both aspects of it. So, you know, even though you take time to yourself, or maybe you are taking time to yourself to figure out how to bring that balance in, okay? How to keep balance between yourself and another thing, person, place, or thing, okay? Y'all know how I am about generals. Now, is creating the balance what's hard for you, Capricorn? Or trying to get the other thing to see that you need balance? Trying to get the thing outside of you, opposite of you, to see that you do need balance, or that you're trying to figure it out because you don't want to be a jerk, you know, because the things have turned so routine, or something that was missing isn't there anymore. You know, the seasons have changed. Okay, the seasons have changed. People's moods have changed. Circumstances have changed. You know, depending on where you live in the world, nothing looks as if it did before. You know, can't do certain things, can't go certain places, can't have, you know. So a lot of things have changed people's perspective on how to deal with other people. But you are learning to balance that out and allowing people to be themselves, and knowing that there is a possibility to have all of it. Knowing that there is a possibility to create the space it is that you're looking for. Knowing that you have had what it is you have had, and can do what it is that you can do for long periods of time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have already proven some things to yourself, connected to any of it or not. So you know what your capabilities are. But you're going to include other people because you can gain more with more bodies. I heard I can get more done delegating than I can doing it solo. I can get more done. I mean, this is even as extreme to say from going from monogamy to polygamy. Like, I can spend more time with my kids if I had two more chicks to help me clean up and monitor and go to after school programs and be at Dylan's school, and you know, the kids go to separate schools, this and that, the family spread out, whatever. Inclusion. Including others so that you can help out. And it doesn't have to be that. It could be easily an auntie is retired now, so now she's going to keep the kids. Like, it could be as easy as something like that. Please don't get about the polyamorous statement, okay? This is a grown-up channel. I live in the real world. 15 countries down, okay? People live all different kinds of ways to make themselves happy, or to stay in a happy space, in a mental healthy space, okay? It looks different for everybody. I don't know why I just got like agitated, but I know people, I get the emails, okay? If it's not your life, it's not your life. And you know your life and where you're headed. But just know that more possibilities are coming your way, and you're going to be able to spread out. Now, that can mean bigger family. Maybe someone's about to have babies, maybe multiple babies. you know, or someone around you is having children related to family. So it's going to be an expansion in that way, more happiness, more balance. It could be expansion in your business, in your work related life, in your income stream bringing in life. It could be whatever, you know, your life, the things that but you've been working on these things though. You've been working already, Capricorn. This is something that you've already put in motion. This is something that you already submitted paperwork for. This is something that you've already put your bid in on. This is something that you've already expressed your want, desire towards, okay? And it will continue to build and get closer together. Just, you know, I mean, you're an earth sign. You already know. Keep your eye out on the jealousy and stuff. And I'm not saying forget the days of old, you know, pain, because it helps in the future, but don't dwell. Not that you are. This is more about getting things in gear so that when the expansion does happen, it's just going to flow. You're going to have the balance already. And it's going to be long-lasting and forever, right? Pentacles. 7 of them. I'm like 7 of them. 8 of them. The numbers just keep going up, okay? 10 of them. 4 of them. 9 of them. All the pentacles, I'm just saying. Go forth and prosper, I heard. Okay. Listen, continue to walk your North Node and expanding your Jupiter, my lovely, lovely, lovely Capricorns. I appreciate you. We're almost at 300. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, turning your notifications on, checking out the description box and all of that. Yada, 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 yada. Love you. Blessings. I appreciate you. Thank you. Blessings.